All right, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Denisha Christensen, your host of You Know How This Ends, the podcast that I hope that every time you listen to it will remind you of who you are, whose you are, and that because of that, you know how this ends. You know that you are the daughter, or if you're a man, you are the son of a god and goddess who want to give you everything that they have and more. And we're here on this earth to be on the journey of learning what that is and becoming the person who is ready to receive it and that can handle the glory and the beauty and the prosperity and the abundance and all the things, all your hopes and dreams coming true, and more that you don't even know to hope and dream yet. And I'm so excited about today's topic because I was doing some coaching with one of my clients, the beautiful, amazing Tanya, the other day, and I was telling her a few things also, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to do a podcast episode about that to teach you and to show you all the things. So one of the most important things that I have done in my life to help me be the woman that I am today, and I am 100% a work in progress. I have all the same doubts and fears and ups and downs and all the things that all of you do. I'm just learning how to manage it all and how to love it all, how to embrace the whole journey and just be grateful for the adventure. One of the things that has been so impactful for me on this is learning to love myself, love my body, and accept myself and understand myself more fully. I have like an overall topic in mind when I get on here to do these podcasts, and then I just come on and start talking. So sometimes if things seem a little bit discombobulated or all over the place, just go with it. Just listen, just learn, just take the things that feel that you're drawn to, that resonate with you, and that something else doesn't feel good for right now, let it flow on down the road. I'm just another person sharing the education, the experiences, the knowledge, the training that I have, loving the opportunity to help you and support you in your journey. Brings me so much joy. One of the things that I finally realized was that God speaks to me through my body. God speaks to me through my body. I cry when I feel something really strongly, when I feel a truth. I feel like almost like my chest is going to explode. It always makes me think of the parts where in the Grinch story where it says, and the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And that's how it feels in my chest sometimes when I know I'm on the right track and I'm excited and I'm motivated and I'm just feeling in tune and in love with my life and with the universe. And my heart just feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. I'll feel this like pulse or pull down in my belly and my sacral chakra down low. And I'll just feel like, oh, this excitement that just kind of begins to tingle and burn and just fire up, right? Um, on the flip side, when I'm not in alignment, I'll feel heavy. I'll feel dark. I'll feel overwhelmed. Like my body will be in pain and trying to tell me like we're not on the right path, we're not on the right thing. God speaks to us through our bodies, especially for you if you are a generator type, if you have a sacral authority or an emotional authority, if you are a manifesting generator or a generator type, your body literally is your sacral motor, literally is that driving force that motivates you and inspires you to expand and progress. That is the life force energy that you give to the planet. If you don't know what your human design is, shoot me a message and I'm happy to hook you up with my friend Amy, who teaches about that. I'm not an expert on it, but I know a lot and I love to use the information that I have about it. God speaks to us in our bodies. So if we don't love our body, don't even like our body, much less listen to our body, how can we hear God speak to us? The scriptures tell us that we will know in our mind and in our heart. And I think of the mind, when I know in the mind, when God speaks to my mind, that's when it's a thought, it's a phrase, it's a voice, it's a sentence, right? And I've had that many times. I've had that, and even in joining my very first coaching program with Jody Moore back in 2019, it was $50 a month for her group coaching program. And I was terrified. I was terrified to be spending $50 a month. I was afraid of what my husband would say and what he would think. I was worried about spending that much money. Maybe you're still in that place. To me, it feels comical right now because I'm I've spent several times spent $25,000 on a coaching program, on a training program, because I see the value of it. So for me to look back and see my journey and be like, I was literally terrified of spending that $50 a month. Uh, but as I was like tuning in and feeling that and like trying to summon up the courage, the phrase came, when the student is ready, the master will appear. And I don't know if you've seen, my boys are huge. Our family is huge Kung Fu Panda fans. And so there's one part where Shifu was like, Panda, are you ready? And he's like, uh-huh, uh-huh. And he's like almost crying. He's like, stop crying, stop slobbering everywhere, whatever he says. And that's what it made me think of, where the student is ready, the master will appear. And I was like, okay, okay, I'm ready. That was one when we received our expedition back in 2020, a brand new, beautiful Ford Expedition. Same thing. God told me, if you're not ready for this, you can get the used one. But I already knew we were supposed to get the new one. But it was all in my head about it all. I have to tell that story another time. And God said, if you're not ready for this, you can get the used one, and that will be fine. But if you're ready to trust me, I'll teach you how to fly. Because God knows I want the freedom, I want the adventure, I want to fly, I want it all, right? What was really cool about that experience is that we had just finished saying a prayer together, my husband and I, to get the clarity on what we needed to do in this situation. And that was the answer I received, because God knows I want to fly and I want freedom and adventure. My husband wants clarity and wants comfort. And the feeling that he heard, the voice that he had, was, it just feels comfortable. That's what he told me. I don't know why, because it seems crazy, but it just feels comfortable. So how beautiful that God answered each of us in the way that we each needed to have the confirmation to move forward in his plan for us. Love it. I will tell that story another time, singing the whole story, because it's an amazing one. But so we have the thoughts, we have the phrases, right? We have, sometimes people hear an actual voice. All that is beautiful and amazing. And we feel it, remember, in your mind and in your heart. And your heart is in your body, and God will speak to you in your body. The mind, we kind of understand that a little bit more. We're like, our mind is what it is. We don't usually have like an emotional attachment to, or like thoughts and dislikes and all the stuff about our mind, the way that we do about our bodies, especially as women. So if you don't like something, if you don't trust something, how are you going to listen to it? How are you going to follow it? If you don't like your body, how are you going to trust the feelings that come? How are you going to follow the promptings that you receive that come from your body if you don't have a good relationship with it and with yourself? Even with your mind, if you're always second guessing what you're thinking, what's coming, the answers, the information, the phrases, the inspiration, if you're always second guessing that, how hard is that going to be to have the faith and the trust to follow and to act? Not cool. So the more that you can do to learn to love your body, love yourself, accept yourself, and trust yourself, the more you're going to be able to love, accept, and trust the creator of your body, God. Let that sink in for just a second. The more you love yourself and trust yourself, the more you can love and trust God. The first great commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, your body, might, your energy, mind, your brain, and your strength, your power. And the second is likened to it, to love your neighbor as yourself. And the part about that I didn't understand until just a few years ago was the as yourself piece. And I just heard, love your neighbor. And I was like, we got to serve. We got to put other people ahead of myself. We got to like put myself back, put me behind the scenes, and just focus on serving. And I don't know, because I see people who are serving and who are very happy and love themselves and take care of themselves. At least that's what it looks like on the outside. I don't know, right? But for me, it was one or the other. I could either love you or I could love me. And loving me was selfish and prideful. So I couldn't do that. So I had to love you. But then when I was loving you, I was actually feeling frustrated and overwhelmed that nobody was loving me. I remember like literally always thinking, if I'm going to tend someone else's kids and go to their house and watch their kids and do their dishes and help them with this and help them with that, well, what about me? Who's going to watch my kids so that I can go ahead and have a break or, heal or recover or whatever? Who's going to be washing my dishes? I'm going to go to your house and wash your dishes and clean your house, but I come back and my house is still a mess. So what about me? What about me? I'm still hungry. What is that on? You're so greedy. I think it's Dalmatians or something like that. And it's this crazy, and maybe I'm the only one, but I don't think so. Maybe you feel that way too. Of when we're asked to give service, there's this underlying thing of, well, who's going to serve me? Who's going to be here to help me? What about me? I'm still hungry. And it was finally when I realized, oh, love your neighbor as yourself. You actually can only love someone else to the extent that you love yourself. You can only respect and serve and admire and listen to and trust someone else to the extent that you love and listen to and respect and admire and trust yourself. And so it's this crazy thing that happens. And when I first started focusing more on self love, I was afraid. I had these worries and fears deep down that I was going to become selfish and I was going to become prideful. And pretty much I was going to be doing all the wrong things and whatever, fall off the deep end, be kicked out of the tribe, go to hell, whatever that looks like, whatever you think about that. But what I have found is that the exact opposite is true. And it is literally exactly as God says. Love your neighbor as yourself. And the more that I have learned to love myself and accept myself and serve myself, the more capacity I have had to love, serve, accept, and trust other people because I see me in them. I see the challenges that I've overcome, and I see them in challenges, and I know they can overcome them. I see the love for myself, and so I see and feel so much love for them. And I shine that love for them, and I hope that they feel that. I hope each of you feel that. Feel my love for you. Feel God's love for you. I hope you feel that. I hope you sense that. I hope you see that. Because I love me. I love me. There's a great Meghan Trainor song about that. I don't know about you, but I love me. And it's so fun. And it's this beautiful energy of the more I can love myself, the more I can make sure that my needs are met, that my cup is filled, then I'm giving from overflow. Think of a cup there, right? A container, and you're pouring water into it. And if you're constantly pouring the water out and only pouring a little bit in and then pouring a whole bunch out, that cup is either empty or near empty all the time. But if my cup is filled, because I'm doing so many things that light me up and that bring me joy, I'm taking time for self-care. I'm taking time to, for me, have adventures and have fun and be with my family and my kids and be with friends and coach and teach and work and all these things that light me up and read and take bubble baths and exercise my walking pad, all these things. If I'm doing those things, then I feel so good and I am so lit up, and my magic and my vivacious energy and my love just pours out of me. And I don't feel depleted. At the end of the day, of me feeling so good and doing things that I love and loving and caring for others, I go to sleep so satisfied with the amazing day that I have. Versus in the past where I was only focused on other people all the time and I would go to sleep and feel depleted. Actually, I don't think I ever focused on other people all the time because it was too exhausting. I just did not have the capacity to do it because I wasn't focusing on myself enough. Isn't that crazy? Like it's this constant balance back and forth of it. And I know that being a mom of little kids is completely different than the stage that I'm in, where my kids are, my youngest is almost 10, my oldest is 20. I love this stage where they are more independent. And my husband and I have purposely trained them to be independent, to be able to meet their needs, to be able to be confident and think for themselves and make decisions and choices. If you have young kids, I cannot stress the book. What is it called? I think I talked about it before. Parenting with Love and Logic. There's one that goes like for any age of parenting your children. And then there's one specifically, it's called Early Childhood Magic. And it's like for years, ages 0 through 7 or 9. And so, so good for training our children to think for themselves, to make their decisions and have the consequences of those decisions and learn in the process. And anyway, I love it. Can't stress enough. But we have consciously trained our children this way so that they can be independent. And I always tell my friends, because I had a friend a while back who she's like, my biggest fear is that my kids won't need me. But they'll grow up and they'll leave and they won't need me and they'll never call me or never like want to talk to me or do stuff with me. And I was like, that thought had never crossed my mind. Because of the time my kids were littler and they were needy just because they're little people, right? They can't do everything for themselves. And I would always wish for the day when they didn't need me so much. And it's so funny because the less needy they have become, the more I want to be with them and the more that I enjoy them because they're not so needy all the time and it can just be fun. So that being said, times and seasons, right? Like when I had little kids and had my babies and stuff, 100% I was on that. But I also, looking back, even before I knew what I know now, I also realized I need something else to fill me up and to light me up. So I always think from within, well, right after we were married, and then even right after my first son was born, I started teaching voice and piano lessons. I needed something else to to help me to feel full and fulfilled. I loved being a mom. I love my babies. I love my kids. And I want career. I want business. I want job. I want opportunities to to teach and to train people who want my teaching and training versus my kids who are like, you know. But it's so cool to see how that is exactly what my kids needed. They needed me. They need this version of me. They are being so blessed in their lives by having me as a mom who is entrepreneurial minded and who continue to grow and progress in addition to being their mother. And it's so fun to see how they in their lives are being entrepreneurial minded and who are looking into real estate and who have Bridger, my 17-year-old, has his own lawn care company and just all the things that they're doing and the independence that they feel, the value that they feel. Our boys, especially our sons, need a separation. They need autonomy and independence. That's part of their growing up process. That's why in ancient tribes they would have like their walkabout, and the son had to go out into the desert or the forest or the mountains or whatever and find his way back and survive out there by himself. They need to do that, and if we're constantly on their case and constantly fulfilling their every need, they don't get the opportunity to do that. So that's a whole nother topic for another day. But on this, where I was going with it is that for me to have my cup filled, I needed not only to be a mom, but I also needed ways to use my gifts and my talents and my energy and my passion in other areas. That's not for everybody. You do you, girl. But this was me, and I was doing me. And oh, yes, the importance of filling your cup, whatever stage of life you're in, whatever stage of wifehood or momhood or grandmotherhood or singlehood or whatever that is, finding ways that fill your cup, whether big or whether small, because you will have an increased capacity to love others the more that you love yourself. So now that we understand the whys behind it all, I want to give you some ways that you can use music and movement to be able to do that, because that's my jam. That's what I love. And I love seeing how, as I have learned to do this, how it's benefited my career. I would not be here where I am today if I hadn't learned to love myself and connect with my body. I would have never been doing the things that I'm doing right now, especially the real estate investing. But I have had enough experience with me on this journey with God that I trust what those promptings are, because I trust my body and the way that they come. And I'm willing to just keep going, to say yes and allow, right? Like we talk about so many times. So we're going to start from very, very basic and go up to a little bit more advanced for those of you who are ready a little bit more. One of the first things is to listen to love songs. Tell your Apple Music or Alexa or whoever, or go on YouTube and do a search for love songs. 100 greatest love songs or whatever you want to search for. There's a million different lists. And listen to and sing make sure you sing love songs to yourself. Sing love songs from you to you. I used to always think of love songs like my boyfriend singing them to me or my husband singing them to me or whatever, right? But as soon as I started singing love songs from me to me, everything shifted and changed. And I grew to love myself, which, as you know, has increased my capacity to love others, to love each of you, to love my children, to love my husband, to love God. So sing love songs to yourself. Like I'm trying to think what comes to mind. Like "Baby, I'm Amazed by You." I think that's by Lone Star. "Baby, I'm amazed by you," and just be like singing to yourself, like, "Girl, Denisha, I am amazed by you. You are amazing." What would be another one? Oh, "And I will always love you." Like sing that to yourself, whatever love song it is, sing it to yourself. And then also sing them or imagine them that your heavenly parents, God, the gods of this universe, are singing them to you. What if you imagine that your heavenly father and heavenly mother were singing, "Baby, I'm amazed by you," or singing, "I will always love you," or singing, "I have died every day waiting for you." Right? Like, how beautiful is that? Imagine these most powerful beings in existence loving you, adoring you, wanting you, there for you, supporting you. Oh, so, so good. Okay, so that's level one, is just listening to it. Make a play, and then as you listen to them, make a playlist of your favorites. Just make a playlist called Love Song Faves or whatever it is. And every time you hear a love song that you love, add it onto there. There's thousands of them: Broadway, rock, country, pop, right? American standards, jazz, like there's so many, even like the monster ballads. Love of a Lifetime is one of my favorite monster ballads. I finally found the love of a lifetime. And singing that to myself. One of the songs that brought this in at just the right time when I needed it for me was by J Lo, Jennifer Lopez, from the soundtrack for "Marry Me," which, if you have not seen that, "Marry Me" with J Lo and Owen Wilson, it is one of the cutest, cleanest rom-coms you will ever see. It is absolutely one of my top 10 favorite movies. I've seen it a million times and I love it every single time. But she sings a song in there called I. I am the love of my life. I am the love of my life. I don't need someone else to be the love of my life to complete me. Yes, my husband compliments me and we work beautifully together, but I am the love of my life. Oh, so, so good. If you haven't heard that one, go and find it. There's, and like I said, there's thousands and thousands of them out there. So find the ones that resonate with you. So that's level one, is making a playlist and listening to love songs. Imagine them as you singing them to you, or as your heavenly parents and Jesus singing them to you. Level two is sing them out loud because your voice resonates within your body. And have you ever heard of sound healing? Yeah, literally, when you sing it, it gets into your body, into all your cracks and crevices and all your places, shakes up, heals, releases the energy, and brings in the beautiful high vibration. So level two is now singing those songs to yourself, singing them as if God was singing them to you. Level three is to love and caress and just even maybe sway your body while you do it. Even if I just stand there and I just wrap my arms around myself and I just hug and I just sway to it, that is amazing. I also love to do dry brushing. A dry brush, it's a certain type of bristles on a brush for your skin. You can get them on Amazon for Walmart for 10 or 15 bucks. And dry brushing, watch a YouTube on how to do a YouTube video on how to do it. So you're going in the right direction for your lymph nodes and everything. Be gentle with yourself. Dry brush your breasts, your belly, your butt, your arms, your legs, your feet, every part of your body, and create that circulation, that healing, that connection with your body. Massages are some of my most favorite things on the planet because of that beautiful connection with my body. If I go for more than a month without a massage, my body is like, "Hey, hello, hello, knock, knock, knock. Don't forget about us. We need a massage." Um, that'd be like level, what is that, like level 3 or 4, right? And then the next level would be to belly dance. Belly dancing has healed me in so many ways. Because you can dance with your shoulders and you can dance with your feet, right? Like just doing your step touch or the deacon shuffle. But when you belly dance, I wish we could like move the body down here. When you belly dance, you're using your belly, your hips, and it's the parts of you that make you a woman. That's what you're using. That's what you're focusing on is your belly, your uterus, your hips, your glutes, your thighs, even up into your chest and your breasts and your shoulders. These parts of our body that make us a woman. And when we heal and accept and love and move the areas that make us a woman, we will heal and connect with the God who created us and gave us this beautiful body. Cannot even tell you. That is why I created my whole Dansa program, which is a 10 90-minute classes utilizing belly dancing as the medium for creating connection with your body and with God. It's incredible. It's amazing. It's part of what you get when you come and you work with me within my coaching containers. Come talk to me about it. It's called Dansa, divine, authentic, natural, sensual alignment, because that is what it brings. Brings in your divinity, alignment with your divinity and your natural, sacred sensuality. That is how you are meant to live your life every day. And that puts you in feminine energy. And feminine energy is receiving. It attracts. It's like a magnet that draws everything to you. People, opportunities, resources. It is literally how I am creating my empire, how I live this imperfect, beautiful, amazing life that I live is because that piece of bringing in the belly dancing has just made the biggest, most beautiful, amazing change with everything. I would not be where I am today without that. And I, looking back, so many obstacles and hurdles I had to overcome in order to allow myself to be in that place where belly dancing became even an option, even a thing. And you've heard my story. If not, go back to the first couple podcast episodes where I talk about that and the back pain that I was in and the frustration that I was living my life in and how belly dancing was a pivotal piece in helping me overcome that. All this to say, so there's all these different resources, right? Create a playlist of love songs. Listen to them as from you to you or from God to you. Sing them. Move and love, caress your body, massage, touch, sway, dry brushing, whatever that is. Next level is learning how to use belly dance, bringing in the belly dancing as a tool for that. And with that, because not every belly dance teacher out there is going to bring in the spirituality and that connection, right? So if that is something that is calling to you at all, please reach out to me and let's see how I can help you bring in that belly dancing aspect to create the alignment, the connection, the healing in your body. And then number 5 is, of course, putting all of them together and bringing that in with meditation, with alignment with your body through the movement, through the music, through the singing, through the listening, that your body literally becomes a receptacle for pure and virtuous principles. And you feel the vibration. When I do meditations and I'm in the zone, I literally feel my entire body tingling. It's as if it almost feels similar to having an orgasm. That's how strong it is that I feel it in my body. And that is calling in the energy of the universe. That is calling forth my personal power. That is literally living in alignment with the strength and the love and the creative power that is there for us. And that, my friend, is magic. But if you don't love your body and you're not connected with your body, you will never get to that point. You will never allow that deep of a connection with the creator of the universe, the creator of your body. So I know I probably brought up a million different questions for this with you. Please reach out to me. Please email me. hello@denishachristiansen.com is my email address. You can find me on social media. You can text me or call me. My phone number is 208-283-9901. Give me a call, shoot me a message. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok, and YouTube. So there's no shortage of ways to find me. If you reach out, I will help you and love you and support you. On that note, ways to be live in person with me over the next several weeks. every Thursday, my team, I am not there every Thursday, unfortunately, because I live 3 hours away. But me or my other people on my team are in Sandy at the Miller campus, Sandy, every Thursday night for networking and connections with the group. You start with real true networking of sometimes over 100 people there who are building and growing amazing businesses. So bring your business cards, make those connections, connect with people, build your community, right? And then there are different trainings every single week on aspects of how to build your empire, how to create wealth, how to learn how to real estate invest, how to pay down debt. Wherever you're at, we have someone there who is teaching that next piece for you. If you will let me know that you would like to come on a Thursday night, I will make sure that one of my favorite people on the planet is there to meet you, to sit by you, to support you, to love you, whatever you need. Last Monday of every month, this is our second thing, last Monday of every month, we are together in Utah County, Salt Lake County area with our Creating Her Empire group of women who are doing amazing things in life and in business and living life on their terms. This month for June, we're meeting the last Monday, June 30th, in Sandy at our friend Mary, one of our Creating Her Empire ladies, at her property that she is flipping. They're in the process of flipping it. She's going to teach us everything that she learned and is doing in that process. And we're going to treat you to burgers and hot dogs and all the yummy, fun summer cookout food. And that one is actually a date night. So normally this Creating Her Empire group is just women events. This is a date night. We want you to bring your husband, your boyfriend, your partner, whoever that is for you, and come and learn and connect with us. Connect with other women who are doing what you want to do. And then the very next day, on July 1st, because it's a party week celebrating 4th of July, we want to celebrate with you and your families. So we're going to be meeting up at Deer Creek Reservoir, just outside of Heber, from about 3 to 7. So come anytime within that time frame. Again, we're going to have food there, food and snacks and dinner for you. We're going to have jet skis and boats and paddle boards and kayaks and all the fun things to come and bring your family and connect and again, build this community with other amazing people who are dreaming big, who are creating their empires, who are going for their best, most beautiful life and living in alignment with what God has for us here. One thing leads to another. We start with talking about our bodies and connection and lead into creating wealth and empires and growth and connections. This is all the magic that's here for you. These are the miracles that are available for you. It's all possible. I love you. I'll see you next week. And I'd love to see you on the Thursday nights or that Monday the 30th and Tuesday the 1st of July. Talk to you soon. You are amazing. Let me know how it goes with learning how to love yourself more and what that whole process looks for you. Adios.